See the entire inventory at SNRAutoSales.com. SNR Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby, located right next to Bojangles.
The Vinny Lum.
All right, folks, welcome back to Shelby High School, where the Shelby Golden Lions lead 9-7 here. And I can hear Dan, that the announcer really good in these ears. I don't know if where we're collecting that signal from, but I can hear it pretty good in here.
That's Charlie Holtzclaw.
That's Charlie Holtzclaw, is what I'm told. Shelby Golden Lions getting ready to kick off. They lead 9-7 here. Start of the third quarter, Bulldogs only down 2. Been a defensive struggle, to say the least, in this game. Malik Ross has been carted off the field in an ambulance. Report is a stinger, possible concussion. Bulldogs let the ball bounce into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. The Bulldogs will take over now. On the 20-yard line, Forest View has taken a 46-14 lead over Kings Mountain, Dan, so it doesn't look like the Mountaineers going to pull out a victory right now, tonight. Also, South Point has opened the game up 35-17 on the Crest Chargers. Dan, we was talking about seeding and the playoffs coming up, and next year when they redo the conferences, and just looking at the seedings and the way these teams have lined up, is that, Dan, next year, and I know this is hypothetical. Quick pass, Gilbert Brooks on the slant, makes the first guy miss, spins out and crosses up to the 27-yard line, 7-yard pass. Gilbert Brooks on the play. I know this is hypothetical, Dan, but possibly Crest, Burns, and Shelby could all win state championships and be in the same conference.
That's true.
Crest and Burns could win the 3As and double A's, then Shelby could win the 2A. So you could have 3 state champions from the same conference. That would be wild.
Something else.
Only North Carolina Football Association. It seems to me when they get together, almost kind of like the Legion on some of these things, Dan, is when everybody gets in the room together trying to figure out what's best, instead of picking out what's best, it seems like they almost pick out what's the worst possible thing so nobody gets satisfied. We got a player down on the field.
I believe this was a Golden Lion.
Golden Lion, and I had a number for there for a second. Let's see if we can get him turned over. We're going to try to get him up. It is number 9 there. He's been a big player here on defense tonight for this Golden Lions team. We've caught him out quite a bit. That's Gary and Addison. And he's going to hop off the field. Lincoln goes up on West Lincoln, 24-0.
But when we resume here, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 32 after a second completion by Montgomery of 5 yards.
You know, if they're going to just split all these A's, they ought to just go to a 6A system, maybe like Florida or these other states do, instead of 3 AA, 3 single A, and all that other stuff. Handoff. Tylen Ruff tries to go off tackle, but he's blown up in the middle. He's going to gain 1 on the play, and that's going to be it for Mr. Ruff. Evans on the stop. 9-7, Shelby Golden Lions lead the Burns Bulldogs. After a 1-yard gain there, 2nd and 9 now for the Bulldogs. Tylen Ruff on the carry. Montgomery quarterbacking. This offense total, Dan, would you say 67 yards total?
69 yards total in the first half.
And minus how many rushing?
Minus 14.
Minus 14
no,
rushing.
minus 7.
Chris Montgomery hits the slant, trying to hold on to the ball his heel, and he's finally thrown down. That's Trayvon Hunt. I'm sorry, Trayvon. He's going to get up across the 46-yard line, so a gain of 12 on the slant. And so far, Dan, the pass has really been the only weapon for this Bulldogs team.
It has. That's where the yardage is so far. In fact, that just put Montgomery at 13-yard pickup, just put Montgomery over the 100-yard yard mark on the night.
Well, I'm pretty sure this Golden Line team, just by the way they're playing defense, they're on a mission not to let Tylen Ruff beat them and Chris Montgomery rushing. They want to force Montgomery to pass the ball. Handoff, Tylen Ruff off the corner, and he's slammed down at the 49-yard line. Gain of 3 on the carry. Ruff has just had nowhere to go tonight.
That was his 7th carry on the night for 11 yards.
Seven carries, 11 yards, and that's not what you want to see out of your 1,000-yard running back there, Dan.
He's our Elliott Supply player to watch offensively for the Bulldogs tonight.
Might have missed one there, Dan.
We may have.
Hopefully Talon can break it open here in the second half. There's another quick slant, and it's going to go right through the hands of Trayvon Hunt.
If you remember what I said, though, I said if Talon Ruff runs for over 100 yards on the night,
they'll win.
And
yep.
he might run for less. But if he does go over 100 yards tonight, Bulldogs will be up on the scoreboard.
That's going to bring up third and about 7, it looks like, from the 49-yard line. They got to get up to the 44 on the other side. Shelby sends a super blitz, and the Shelby Golden Lions, number 9, hurt himself trying to stop. May have hurt that knee or ankle a little bit more than what he already had. As you see, Garyon Addison down. We're going to take a quick break as they check on him. It looks like he hurt it pretty bad there. We'll be right back.
Lumber and Salvage in Polkville can save you on everything from hardware items to landscape timbers to treated lumber and mulch. Plus, Davini's has dog kennels, paneling, windows, hardwood flooring, doors, exterior shutters, and more. So whether you're building new or remodeling, see Max and the folks at Davini Lumber and Salvage. Call 704-538-8211 for Davini Lumber and Salvage, Highway 226 in downtown Polkville.
Here, lizard, lizard, lizard.
Oh no, it's total mayhem.
Hurry, call your good neighbor.
You can't. They're not even there.
Why, they can't even lend a good hand. Oh. Relax. At Pegram Insurance, we've got you covered. Pegram Insurance Agency, 220 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, and in the Town and Country Shopping Center in Lincoln. Since 1900, the Stamey Funeral Home in Fallston has been serving the families of our area with the finest in funeral service. In 1998, the Tysinger family began to serve the families of the Cherryville community, and today are a proud member of that community, providing services with dignity and respect. Caring for your family like our own, that's their slogan. Come talk with manager Pete Kraft about the services they provide at the Stamey Cherryville Funeral Home, 405 North Dixie Street in Cherryville. West End Sales in Vail is proud to welcome Ron Parker to their staff. Ron takes his time to invite his friends and former customers to come by and see him for all of your farm and lawn and garden equipment needs. And for a limited time, get a free loader with any Coyote Series tractor, excluding the DS Series. And get a free first-time oil change with the purchase of any new tractor. See Ron Parker today at West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail.
All right, welcome back to Shelby High School, where Garyon Addison is being helped on the field. It's going to bring up third down.
And the Bulldog, of course, the Lions were penalized 5 yards at all sides.
Bulldogs 3rd and 2. Handoff. Tylen Ruff's got room. And that's probably his longest run of the day up to the 36-yard line. A gain of 10 on the play for Mr. Tylen Ruff. You're watching the Bulldogs and Shelby Golden Lions live from Shelby High School on WhatsAppShopper.com. Football brought to you by Pepsi Cola Football. It's 9-7 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Golden Lions lead. 8.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Addison get checked on the sideline. Didn't look good. He hurt his knee earlier. Then went for the blitz, tried to stop, and it looked like his knee just gave out. And let's see, on the sideline, Coach Beam is furious with someone over here. Timeout for the Bulldogs. And we're going to keep it right here, Dan, real quick. See Coach Beam talking to the boys. It's first and 10, ball on the 36-yard line. Bulldogs trail 9-7, 8:24 to play here in the third quarter, and they got to get this offense going, Dan. They've struggled so far here tonight.
I want to remind folks on the radio side of our team, KTC Broadcasting, the State Carolina game will be on WOHS and WCSL tomorrow. And we begin the college football coverage on November 1st. That's next Thursday night. And we got a big matchup from Cameron Indoor Stadium in Durham, where the Duke Blue Devils will play Winston-Salem State University.
Tough game there for the Blue Devils.
And, the highest-rated ACC team in the preseason poll is NC State, I believe, at number 6, I believe.
These big teams play small schools like that, raise some money for these schools, but wouldn't they raise more? Duke's only got 9,000 people in their stadium. They could have easily played at Winston-Salem State.
Yes.
Do the Blue Devils need Coach K and the Cameron Crazies for home court advantage against Winston-Salem State, Dan?
Whatever ESPN will pay them.
Yeah, that's true, too.
And who carried the ball there for the Bulldogs?
That was Ruff.
Ruff, and he gets down inside the 30-yard line. Another big pickup of about 9 yards there for Ruff. He's mounting up the yardage now here in this first drive for the Bulldogs in the second half.
Bulldogs trail 9-7. Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Line up in the shotgun spread. Ruff in the backfield after a 9-yard gain on first down. Snap Montgomery. He's looking. Fakes. Looking deep. Has got a man wide open. Jalen Hill. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Jalen Hill with the post over the middle. Chris Montgomery finds him. That's Montgomery's best ball. It's throwing that post shot there, Dan. I love the post from Montgomery.
And a 27-yard pass completion play for the touchdown to give the Bulldogs a lead at 13-9 with 7:26 left, third quarter.
Jalen Hill on the catch, touchdown Bulldogs. As Dan said, it gives Bulldogs the lead, 13-9. Real quick, let's see if Dorsey can convert. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Bulldogs lead on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. It is now 14-9. Bulldogs lead. We'll be right back on whatsupshopper.com.
Shelby's Laughlin Furniture Warehouse has all the furniture you need at affordable prices. Furniture for the entire house. Sofas in many styles, leather and sectionals, recliners, dining room tables, tables of all sorts, bunk beds, day beds, bedroom sets, desks, TV stands, and a full line of Ashley furniture and much more. Serving Cleveland County since 1988 with affordable furniture. Stop by today and check us out. Laughlin Furniture Warehouse, 400 North Lafayette Street, Shelby.
And welcome back to Shelby High School. 14-9. Bulldogs lead over the Shelby Golden Lions. 7:26 to play, third quarter. Plenty of football here, folks. We'll probably be one of the last ones here. We've had a couple of, we've had senior night. We've also had a couple of injuries that took quite a bit of time to take care of the boys and make sure they're okay. Malik Ross is in an ambulance out to Cleveland Region Medical Center. Shelby's going to return the kick back up to the 39-yard line. Well, they'll take over down 14-9. Like I was just saying, Malik Ross, folks, number 52, one of the best players for the Burns Bulldogs tonight, was carted off the field on a stretcher. We were told, the sideline report from Andre was that it was a stinger, but they're taking him in for precautions to make sure he doesn't have a serious concussion. Hurt quite a bit out there on the field. And now the linebacker for Shelby is out. Number 9. Handoff there to Washington. Washington's going to gain about 3 on the carry.
By the way, that Bulldog drive, both Bulldog touchdown drives tonight have been 80-yard drives. And this one, 9 plays, 80 yards. And, of course, 27-yard pass completion play for the touchdown. both Bulldog touchdowns on passes tonight. That 56-yarder back in the first quarter to Brooks, and the Montgomery to Jalen Hill there for 27 yards, and Dorsey's booted both extra points.
Crest has scored and made a stop, Dan, so they got the ball down 9, 35-24 with 8 minutes to go there against South Point. And it looks like Washington again will get up to almost the first down.
Got about a yard to go here to be 3rd and 1.
And we got another injured player down the ground. We're going to take a quick break, folks. We'll be right back as another player goes down. You're watching Pepsi-Cola Football on WhatsAppShopper.com.
Your engagement is a defining moment in your life, and Wright's Jewelry in Boston can help you choose the engagement ring to perfectly reflect your commitment to her. Whether a princess cut or round brilliant diamond is her choice, Wright's can set it in the ring mounting that will ensure she says yes. Choose from a large selection of beautiful wedding and engagement sets. Serving our area since 1937. Visit Wright's Jewelry, Highway 18 North in Fallston, or online at wrightsjewelrystore.com.
When accidents happen, it's reassuring to know that quick expert care is nearby. Carolina's Healthcare Urgent Care Shelby is now open and is staffed with experienced physicians, mid-level providers, nurses, and support personnel equipped with on-site laboratory and x-ray services. So keep our new location and contact information close by for immediate access to the region's preferred healthcare and largest physicians network. Carolina's Healthcare Urgent Care, 1010 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
All right, Dan. We're going to welcome everyone back to Shelby High School, where the Golden Lions lost another player to injury here real quick. Number 75 is going to take a seat next to Gary and Addison. Number 75 for the Golden Lions, Chris Boykins, the offensive lineman there. He may be the Shrine Bowl.
Yeah, I believe he is, yeah.
Handoff Washington. He's going to get the first down. Gain of 4 on the play. 75 there on the side. To his left is Gary and Addison, who's hurt his knee, and looks like he's done for the night. His shoulder pads are off. His jersey's off. He's just sitting there on the sideline as 75 will join him. Still huddling up on the field. Here we go. Ready for some more action. Shelby. 3 wide left, 1 to the right. Clark. Ooh, he's going to fake it. Blown up in the middle. Throws it deep. He's got a man deep. He's going to be picked off, though. Trayvon Hunt with a pick. He's going to break the first tackle. Shake the next guy. And he's going to be wrapped up about the 10-yard line. Big interception, and a flag comes in late. I'm guessing that's going to be a face mask. Trayvon Hunt with the pickoff, and the Bulldogs are going crazy on the sidelines.
On the interception, tackled at the 10-yard line. There's a flag on the play.
Bulldog faithful excited as they look at the flag. I think it's a face mask. We'll see what they mark it. Look. Going to run up to the 26-yard line. It's going to be a face mask on the Golden Lions on the tackle. Bulldogs take over on the interception. Up 14-9, 5:30 to play in the fourth quarter. And you can see the Bulldogs.
Third quarter.
Third quarter. Did I say fourth? We're the only game currently in the third quarter, I think, right now. You can see the Bulldogs, faithful and fans over there, Dan, trying to get the wave going over there. Bulldogs take over, however, on the 26-yard line. Montgomery fakes the handoff. Is going to keep it himself off tackle. Makes the first guy miss, and he's going to be tackled up near the 34-yard line. Gain of about, not 34, to the 29-yard line. Sorry, gain of about 3 on the play.
Near the 30-yard line. Brown. Gain of 3. Second down and 7.
Excuse me, Dan. I'm going to have to call for a second.
Call for a minute, and we'll go from here to it's second down 7 for the Bulldogs from the Burns 29-yard line. Montgomery will take the snap. Play clock down to 5, and Montgomery looking to pass, throws. Well, actually, keeps the ball, and it'll be brought down for a loss. So right now he gets back to the line of scrimmage at the 29. So Chris Montgomery caught in the backfield, but makes it back to the line of scrimmage. And so it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs from their own 29-yard line. 4:13 left, third quarter. Bulldogs leading 14-9 over Shelby on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Shoot, Dan.
You getting back now, Kevin?
God, terrible case of the dry throat cough. Says Montgomery sacked on 3rd down. Now the Bulldogs just have to punt and get rid of this ball.
And they're going to place the ball back at the 23-yard line, a loss of 6 on the play. And Montgomery on the night now, 10 carries for minus 17 yards. That's unusual for Chris.
I think I'm back now. Cody Dorsey waiting to kick. He kicks another beauty. He's punted the ball great tonight. Ball's going to end up stopping at the 25.
Going to place it at the 25-yard line. That's a 52-yard punt. 52-yard punt for Mr. Dorsey.
Hunter Huss leads Ashbrook 31-14. The Battle of the Bell over in Gastonia. That's kind of a surprise, folks. Calvin Hastings says, do not bet against Ashbrook in that game. Calvin will be losing some money there, Dano.
I believe so. Did he bet against the Cardinals earlier this week?
Well, I doubt it. Quick pass, Shook. He's going to get around, and there he goes, number 5 down the sideline. See if he can get caught stiff-arming, and he tries to get out. He's been run out of bounds by Damonte Hall, but not till he gets up to the 28-yard line, number 5 on the carry. Wesley Hillman. He goes from the 25 to the other 28, so a 47-yard run for Wesley Hillman. That'll give Shelby the ball back in on the side of the field that offense wants to be in Burns territory.
Run it this time up the middle. That may be Washington.
To the 25-yard line.
Second about 7 now for the Golden Lions. They trail 14-9. Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. We got about 2 minutes, 25 seconds and counting here in the third quarter. Timeout, official timeout on the field. Looking at Quintel Hauser's jersey. Checking him out. I think they're now ready to play. Golden Lions marching, looking to get back on the scoreboard. Down 14-9. They missed an extra point. Actually had it blocked. Here comes the Burns rush. Blitz out to the receiver. Number 3's got it. Tries to shake Trayvon Hunt. Throws the other guy down. He's finally going to be wrestled down after a loss. Darius Lowe and number 50 for the Golden Lions with a little extracurricular activity after the play, but no flags. And that's going to back up number 3 on the catch. It's going to back him up a few yards. 3rd down at 4 now for the Golden Lions. Shelby will kick a field goal from here, folks. So they're not scared about that. Spence Clark fakes the ball. Quick catch out. Number 3 with the ball again. Same play, but Trayvon Hunt says, no, sir. You're not going to get past Trayvon Hunt right there.
Yards pass at the 20-yard line. Tackled by Hauser. Bring up a 4th down and 2.
And let's see if they call a timeout. No, 4th and 2. Shelby's going to line up to go for it, Dan. Big play. Here we go. Golden Lions not taking the field goal chance. They're going to go for it. 4th down and 2. 14-9. Bulldogs lead. Late third quarter. Spencer Clark in the shotgun. Man in motion. Trying to get somebody to jump. Now they may call a timeout. Let's see what they do. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds. Timeout. Shelby. We'll be right back on whatsupshopper.com as the Golden Lions decide what to do.
Medical Arts Pharmacy is your locally owned independent hometown pharmacy. Unlike the big chain stores, Medical Arts Pharmacy calls you by name and treats you like family and friends, not a number. Medical Arts has more National Board certified technicians and personnel than other pharmacies to keep down your waiting time on prescriptions. Online refills at medicalartsofshelby.com. Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street near the hospital in Shelby. Call 704-487-8068.
Year-round fun begins at the Bargain Station brand name outlet on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Keep cool with Baubles. Bobble-in sets are just $6.99 and complete bottle sets are $9.95. You'll find luggage and bags, sporting equipment including golf clubs, grills for cooking, and much more. All at big savings to you. The Bargain Station name brand outlet, 4400 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right next to Honda Motorcycles. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, Saturdays, 9 till 2.
4th and 2. Golden Lions going for it. Man in motion. Handoff. Round the end. He dives for it. He gets knocked back. Let's see where they mark him down. It's going to be close. Bulldogs are celebrating like they made the stop, and we're going to see where the line is. I don't know, Dan. It's close. It all depends on the spot.
I think Presley is on the carry again.
Looks like he had it, but then he didn't. Then he got hit hard by a Burns Bulldog lineman, and now they're going to measure.
Timeout for a measure.
We're going to ask down the field. Andre, you down on that sideline? Does it look like they got the first down or what? You down there standing on the sideline. What does it look like?
I didn't hear what you answered the first time.
And the Bulldogs make the stop. Golden Lions fail on 4th down, and the Bulldogs take over, Dan.
They do, and good defensive stand again by the Bulldog defense. 29 seconds left, 28.9 seconds left in the third quarter. They lead, the Bulldogs do, 14-9 over Shelby.
Forest View takes a 49-20 lead against Kings Mountain. That game's just nuts over there.
It is Bulldog football at the 19-yard line.
Chase leads East Rutherford 21-14. Wow. Bulldogs in the shotgun. Handoff. Trayvon Hunt. End around. Cuts it up the middle. He's going to be tackled at the 24. Gain of 5 on the play for Trayvon Hunt. Hunt's, we've called his name quite a bit tonight, Dan, with the interception. Did Trayvon or did Jalen Hill catch that touchdown? Was it Jalen Hill?
Jalen Hill.
Okay, I was about to say, if Trayvon caught that touchdown, he'd have been everywhere, but has been everywhere. Scores getting ridiculous in the Southern Piedmont 1A, 2A. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. 14-9, Bulldogs lead. Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. You're watching Pepsi Cola football on whatsupshopper.com.
Hi, this is Woody Durham for Mark Dedman's Carolina Trophies in Shelby. Through the years, I've seen a lot of trophies and plaques, and none appear nicer than those which come from Mark Dedman's Carolina Trophies. Their guarantee is not just a guarantee, but a promise for courteous service, the absolute lowest price, quality products, on-time delivery, and most of all, your satisfaction. Awards for all occasions plus rubber stamps and engraving. That's Mark Dedman's Carolina Trophies in Shelby.
Listen up, Burns Bulldog fans. The Falston Pharmacy is now the home of Burns Bulldog apparel. If you love the Burns Bulldogs, you'll love the selection of Bulldog merchandise at the Falston Pharmacy, including Burns Bulldog t-shirts, sweatshirts, bags, magnets, and more. Come on in and shop, and be sure to check out the buy one free specials too at the Upper Cleveland County official home of the Burns Bulldog apparel. That's the Falston Pharmacy, Highway 18 North in Falston.
All right, folks, welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs lead 14-9 against the Shelby Golden Lions. What a game we've had, lots of hitting.
Only score in that third quarter was that 27-yard scoring pass from Montgomery to Jalen Hill and the Dorsey point-after kick that gave the Bulldogs the lead.
Bulldogs take over. Second 5, Montgomery looks left. To his right and overthrows the receiver wide open. Coach Beam not too pleased with missing the wide open receiver there. Third and 4 now. Bulldogs had the open receiver. Montgomery couldn't connect.
Entering the fourth quarter, the Bulldogs have 16 yards rushing, 120 yards passing. That 16-yard rushing is not Burns-like football. But they are winning. That's the big point.
No, tonight has been a passing night for the Bulldogs. Timeout, Bulldogs. We'll be right back on whatsupshopper.com.
Ed and Linda Lell would like to thank all their customers who have been supporting them over the past 21 years at Lell Hardware and Garden Center. They pledge friendly service with each visit. And now at Lell Hardware, it's pecan season, and they have pecan gatherers and crackers and walnut crackers. Check out the pocket knives from Bear and Son Cutlery, all 100% made in the USA. And Lell's now has a good selection of infrared heaters. Lell Hardware and Garden Center, Highway 18 between Shelby and Falston. These days, it seems like many companies are more focused on making things cheaper by reducing quality, performance, and reliability, while at the same time increasing their bottom line at the expense of you, the consumer. This is not our philosophy. At SCAG, we are constantly looking for new and innovative ways to improve our products and deliver increased productivity. See the good selection of SCAG products, including Moore's, at Elliott Supply, your sales and service dealer for SCAG in Cleveland County, Highway 182 in Polkville.
Flags on the play as we come back to Shelby High School at the timeout. Burns on 2nd and 4. They throw an incomplete pass with a wide open receiver. Montgomery missed him by about 6 feet over his head. They call it timeout. Come out of the timeout, Dan, and then immediately false start. So not the way you I'm going to lose my head today. I don't know.
Hold on.
I must be allergic to something. Something's got me in here, in this little room. Wow. Anyway, Bulldogs shooting themselves in the foot. This could be a drive to end the game, but instead they're trying to give it back to the Golden Lions the best way they can. Now another flag thrown from the back judge.
And what they're doing, this is bad news for the Bulldogs because they're getting deeper in their own territory. And the good thing is Cody Dorsey's had some good punts tonight. His last one was 50 yards, but, if they don't get the first down here, they punt. Shelby will have pretty good field position probably.
I think that was a delay of game there, Dano.
Okay.
So Bulldogs blitz. Montgomery steps up through it. Now he's finding room. He's found a seam. And he's caught from behind. Almost broke it. And he's going to get up to the 23-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play, but the Bulldogs are going to have to punt.
A good shoestring tackle by one of the Golden Lions there. Because Montgomery had a lot of daylight in front of him.
Going to be punting back deep for Golden Lions, number 22. And he's not really deep at all. He's actually standing on the 45. DeMonte Poole, and Dorsey kicks his worst putt of the night. Bad time to have this putt now, Dan, as it barely gets to the 45. Gain of a 22-yard net punt. He's been averaging about 50 yards a punt.
Actually, it's going to be a 17. 23, you're right. I saw one official at the 40. I thought he was marking it there, but that's the good news. That it's at the 45 instead of the 40.
South Point picks off a crest pass with 2 minutes left to play. South Point leads 42-24. Looks like they're going to go on to win that game, folks. So Crest going to lose. Kings Mountain's going to lose. Somebody in Cleveland County is going to win tonight, yes, Dan, and we're going to see them. Curl, Founders receiver, number 8 on the catch, 9-yard reception. Nice little pass and catch completion there. Did I say 9? It couldn't have been 9. He's hurt. Let's see who caught the pass. Number 8. He's wanting a flag. Cedric Cannon on the catch. Cedric Cannon makes the catch there.
And they placed the ball at the 36, 2nd and 1 for the Golden Lions.
Final at East Lincoln. Cherryville falls to East Lincoln 63-6. Raekwon Washington tries to get to the first down. He's going to be right on it. Let's see if they give it to him. And that's going to be a final at Crest. The Crest Chargers have fallen to the South Point Red Raiders 42-24 as we head into the final week of the season. We head into the playoffs next week. 42-24. South Point defeats the Crest Chargers.
And they're short of the first down. It's 3rd and inches.
Handoff Washington in the backfield. DeMonte Hall with a stop, along with Ramsor and Byers. And now Shelby, with 9 minutes to go, Dan, they got a quandary on their hands. They're going to go for it or punt and put Burns back deep. I might, with 9 minutes to go, I'd probably punt here.
Well,
with 9 minutes. If it was about 4 or 5 minutes, I'd go for it. But Shelby looks like they're going to be going for it. 4th down and 3. Golden Lions looking to go for it. 9:15 to play.
Actually, it's about 4th and 2, a little bit just at 2, a little bit over 2 yards, not quite 3, but you'll say 4th and 3 on the scoreboard.
Here we go. Clark in the shotgun. Spread. Shelby's going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching Pepsi Cola football on WhatsUpShopper.com.
Be sure to pick up this week's What's Up Shopper and check out the Essiter Auto Sales ad. Play the new Essiter Auto Sales Sports Trivia. Get the sports trivia question right, and you could win a free $10 gift certificate to your choice for the Western Sizzlin' or the Clock. And check out the great buys with over 130 automobiles on the lot. Down payments start at $4.99. See the entire inventory at EssiterAutoSales.com. Essiter Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby, located right next to Bojangles.
Davini Lumber and Salvage in Polkville can save you on everything from hardware items to landscape timbers to treated lumber and mulch. Plus, Davini's has dog kennels, paneling, windows, hardwood flooring, doors, exterior shutters, and more. So whether you're building new or remodeling, see Max and the folks at Davini Lumber and Salvage. Call 704-538-8211 for Davini Lumber and Salvage. Highway 226.
Welcome back. 4th down and 2. Shelby in the shotgun. Trying to get Burns to jump, and they did. Wow, Dan. Demarion Petty jumps off sides on 4th and 2, and the Golden Lions continue their march towards the end zone here. We're going to finish our commercial break, folks.
In downtown Polkville.
Wow, Demarion Petty wraps up a gift and hands it to the Shelby Golden Lions, jumping offside on 4th and 2. Matt Beam, if he had any hair before we started, it's got to be close to being pulled out by now. Burns shooting themselves in the foot. Here comes the option. Clark, he's going to keep it himself, but he's hit hard by DeMonte Hall and finished off on the sideline. Quintel Hauser lays the wood.
Clark will pick up 2 yards on the play, but it'll be 2nd and 8.
You don't want to meet Quintel Hauser in a hole with pads on, much less in a back alley.
No.
He crushed Clark there. As Hall went low, Clark and Hauser finished him off. Close game over in East Gaston. West Meck leads 58-0 at the end of the third quarter. Clark looking deep. He's going to keep it. Now he's just going to throw it away, and nobody's around. That's intentional grounding, and out comes the flag, and that'll be loss of down and intentional grounding. Clark saying he got hit, but even if he did get hit, Dan, there wasn't a receiver on that side of the field. So that's going to be, I don't know the exact rule in high school. In the NFL, it would be spot foul and loss of down. And they're going to go 5 yards from the play and loss of down. So high school, you lose 5 yards and loss of down. NFL may be that too. I watch way more NFL than I do anything else. Don't ask me about college football. I'm not watching it until they get a playoff system. And 2 don't count, Dan. It's still a beauty pageant. They're still voting for it. Clark, 5 wide receivers, empty backfield. DeMonte Hall on the rush. Pass. Hit hard by number 8 with a reception. Jalen King with a tackle. Nope, 43. Sorry about that, King. That wasn't you. That was Austin Clark on the tackle. First time I've called Mr. Clark's name tonight. Filling in that linebacker position. Doing a good job for the Bulldogs. Now let's see. Looks like the Golden Lions now are going to punt, Dan. 4th and about 15. 14 officially.
They are down by 5. Put them back as far as you can. If you're a line, if you're a Bulldog, you're pleased with that defense for the big stop.
Well, they had them stopped originally. Then DeMarion Petty on 4th and 2, folks, jumps off sides and gives the Golden Lions a first down. Let's see if Shelby can pin them back close to the end zone. Gilbert Brooks is going to let it land, and it jumps in the end zone. So Bulldogs will take over at the 20, net punt of about 16 yards. Bulldogs take over. Pilgrim Insurance first down, 14-9 lead on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. There's 7:18 to play in this game. Looks like they're starting to get a game over there at Ashbrook, Dan. Ashbrook has cut the score 31-28 now. 7 minutes to go, fourth quarter, folks.
Plenty of time left in that game.
Some great competitive football on whatsupshopper.com tonight, Dan. We probably got the only competitive games in the area, it looks like.
It does.
Shotgun snap, Chris Montgomery, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get across the 20, and now it's time to munch that clock if you're the Bulldogs. You'd like to get a score and get some Pilgrim Insurance points on the board. But right now the clock is your friend, so you like to just run that too. Montgomery looking left, he's going to keep it. Smart move. Right now you don't want to make any dumb throws, any dumb moves where you could throw a pick six or whatnot. You want to keep that clock moving. If I was Coach Beam, I'd tell Chris, if they ain't open, tuck it and go. Keep that clock moving.
We're at 6:25 left in the game. Bulldogs leading by 5, 14-9 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Bulldogs, 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Montgomery looks left, has a slant. Oh, tipped! Oh, it was picked off! Wow, what a play for the linebacker. Coming out of the hole, number 34. He didn't have nothing to do with that play, but Adam Weber wasn't supposed to have anything to do with that play, but he jumps the slant out of linebacker position, tips it up. He almost picked it, and so did the safety. Now the Bulldogs will have to punt.
Dorsey has had, except for his last punts, had a great night punting.
Snap to Dorsey. Dorsey takes a step, kicks it. That's a better punt than it was last time. And it's going to be fumbled! Bulldogs! Gilbert Brooks jumps on it. Bulldogs ball!
Ball's loose and recovered by the Bulldogs.
Back to receive for the Shelby Golden Lions, number 22. And he's going to fumble it to Monte Poole.
Shelby had not attempted to catch
I was about to say.
all night long, and all of a sudden they try to and fumble it. So, a lot of times in high school football, some teams you never see them try to catch the ball on a punt.
You said exactly what I was thinking, Dan, is that's the first time they've even attempted to catch the ball.
But Burns, 1st and 10 at the Shelby 43-yard line.
Handoff. Tyler Ruff looking for room, finds the edge, and here he comes down the sideline. And he's still inbound, spins across the 20, and he's going to be knocked down. Let's see where they put the spot. He started on the 43, Dan, and now he's going to end up
at the 17.
So the ball spotted on the 17, 26-yard run. Tyler Ruff finally gashes one open, his longest run of the night.
He's now carried the ball 10 times for 55 yards.
Bulldogs in the jumbo. And they're going to call a timeout. Shelby. We'll be right back on WhatsUpShopper.com.
Here, lizard, lizard, lizard.
Oh no, it's total mayhem.
Hurry, call your good neighbor.
You can't. They're not even there.
Why, they can't even lend a good hand. Oh. Relax. At Pegram Insurance, we've got you covered. Pegram Insurance Agency, 220 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, and in the Town and Country Shopping Center in Lincoln. Since 1900, the Stamey Funeral Home in Foston has been serving the families of our area with the finest in funeral service. In 1998, the Tysinger family began to serve the families of the Cherryville community, and today are a proud member of that community, providing services with dignity and respect. Caring for your family like our own, that's their slogan. Come talk with manager Pete Kraft about the services they provide at the Stamey Cherryville Funeral Home, 405 North Dixie Street in Cherryville.
Bulldogs, handoff, Tyler Ruff off tackle. He's going to get a few yards.
Be inside the 15, it looks. Or right at the 15.
It's going to make it 2nd and about 7. Another timeout on the field. Player down, number 7 for the Golden Lions is down on the field. We'll be right back. We're going to take another break on WhatsUpShopper.com.
West End Sales in Vale is proud to welcome Ron Parker to their staff. Ron takes his time to invite his friends and former customers to come by and see him for all of your farm and lawn and garden equipment needs. And for a limited time, get a free loader with any Coyote Series tractor, excluding the DS Series. And get a free first-time oil change with the purchase of any new tractor. See Ron Parker today at West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale.
Shelby's Laughlin Furniture Warehouse has all the furniture you need at affordable prices. Furniture for the entire house. Sofas in many styles, leather and sectionals. Recliners, dining room tables, tables of all sorts. Bunk beds, day beds, bedroom sets, desks, TV stands, and a full line of Ashley furniture and much more. Serving Cleveland County since 1988 with affordable furniture. Stop by today and check us out. Laughlin Furniture Warehouse, 400 North Lafayette Street, Shelby.
All right, Dan, welcome back to Shelby High School. Well, the Bulldogs lead 14-9. They got the ball 2nd and 7. And I got a little inside information, Dan, from the sideline. And don't tell nobody.
Don't tell a soul.
Don't tell a soul. But don't be surprised if you see Demarion Petty running loose in the secondary.
Oh. Hadn't we seen that one other time this year?
We've seen it a couple times.
Yeah.
He's actually caught a couple of passes, but he's also dropped a couple of wide-open passes, too. Final score, Forest View 49, Kings Mountain 20.
Kings Mountain season is over.
Handoff up the middle, and Ruff is fighting. And we don't see the big man there. Ruff's going to get up to the 6-yard line. It should be a first down. It will be 1st and goal now. So Kings Mountain, will they not make the playoffs because of that, Dan?
Yeah, they only have 3 wins. They had to win to qualify the playoffs. I think that's right. Unless something happened. I don't know how they – you know how the state does now, these playoffs.
You never know. All right, here we go. 4:12 to play. Burns looking to add some Pilgrim Insurance points to the scoreboard. Handoff. Tyler Ruff off tackle. Flag comes. That means there's a holding in the middle. So on 1st and goal, Burns is going to get called for holding. It's going to back them up. Wow. West Mac barely leads East Gaston 72-0 at East Gaston.
Is that the final?
No. There's still 8 minutes to play.
Hey, could we have an 80-point game there?
You'd think they'd call the dogs off.
Or they'd let the hey, how about a continuous clock, you know?
Yeah, at some point they keep the clock running. Good grief. East Rutherford wins over Chase in overtime, 24-21. Chase led pretty much the whole game, folks, and they're going to fall to East Rutherford. All right, here we go. Montgomery under center. Coach is looking on from the sideline. 1st and goal, handoff. Up the middle, nowhere to go. Gained up back to the 16-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play there. Looked like that might have been Darius Lowe there, Dan. It looks smaller than Ruff. Nope, that was Tylen. Tylen Ruff with the carry. Gets 3 yards on the carry. Ashbrook has taken the lead at Hunter Huss. 35-31. Huss has led the whole game with 5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Here we go. Bulldogs rushing to the line. Running backs set. Handoff, play action. Here we go. Hauser's open in the end zone. Toss, picked off in the end zone. And the Golden Lions have the ball inside the 10. Montgomery, not a good decision. Hauser was open in the back of the end zone. He actually threw it kind of short, Dan. It wasn't nowhere really near Hauser.
But the Lions have it at the 12-yard line, or see where they placed the ball.
7. Ball's on the 7, folks. 2:51 to play. The Golden Lions will have a chance to win it. Burns, 7 yards away from pretty much ending this ball game, and they throw an interception. Montgomery's 2nd turnover of the night. He fumbled earlier. Clark, back to pass. He's got the hook. Throws it deep into double coverage. Trayvon get there? No. Overthrown. They go deep on the first play, trying to make the big play happen. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Bulldogs, folks. 2:45 to play, 4th quarter. Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. The Bulldogs lead 14-9. They had a chance to put them away. Then Chris Montgomery threw an interception in the end zone. Clark, now back to pass. Looking over the middle. Finds a receiver. Number 5 on the catch. Spins, and he's hit hard. Up to the 30-yard line is number 3. Sorry, Dan. Number 3, Presley. With the catch, Clark finding the receiver coming across the middle. And the one thing that's bad about this Burns defense, Dan, is that their pass defense is not as good as their run defense. That pass defense has been a weakness this year. Clark, back to pass, finds the out, caught, and he gets out of bounds, and Jalen Hill hits him late. What is Jalen Hill thinking, Dan? These Bulldogs keep shooting themselves in the foot with just dumb plays and dumb penalties. Jalen Hill, I just don't know what to say. Play was way over.
And it's going to be a 15-yarder against the Bulldogs, and should place the ball right near the midfield stripe.
Wow. So 2 plays ago, Shelby had 2nd and 10 on the 7-yard line. And now, with 2:20 to play and only 30 seconds, they are all the way up to the 50-yard line. And it's getting nervous time up here at Shelby High School in this SMAC championship final game. Freedom, I still haven't seen the last score on them. We'll figure it out, see if they won. Clark drops the ball. He's looking, bounces to the outside. Here comes the rush, throws it, and it's almost picked off Darius Lowe. He threw it right to D-Lo, and D-Lo couldn't come up with the play. Almost picked off for the Bulldogs.
2:15 remaining in this game. 14-9, Bulldogs lead. Lions have it at midfield.
2:15 to play, 14-9. Bulldogs lead. 3 wide receivers to the left. Ford Clark had a man in motion. They didn't call it. And Clark's hit hard by Josh Ramsor. No flag. That might have drew one in the NFL, the way they protect the quarterbacks. 3rd and 10 now.
You know, these officials might have been in the NFL there early in the season.
That is true. They had officials from the lingerie football league, Dan. You'd think a high school football official could do just as good as that guy.
And they could. They definitely could.
Now, that's not saying all high school officials could. And we've seen some pretty bad calls, especially last week. Oh, picked off over the middle, Devontae Hall. Oh, big hit, Josh Ramsor. And Hall's going to be tackled at the 25-yard line. Bulldogs take over. 2 minutes to play. And that may have done it. Bulldogs will probably have to get one more first down. But that's it.
Second interception of a Spencer Clark pass tonight by the Bulldog defense.
What a play by DeMonte Hall, stepping in the lane. Clark had the little post there he was trying to get to. And DeMonte Hall picks it off. The Bulldogs are going to line up, Dan. Looks like in the victory formation with 2 minutes to go. And they're going to take some knees and run the clock. Bulldogs taking the knees. I don't know how many timeouts Shelby has left, Dan. Do you?
Apparently none. But, I mean, I don't think Coach Beam would, in the victory formation, right with 2 minutes left.
Well, the clock is still moving. Don't quite know how many timeouts Shelby has left, but the Bulldogs are taking knees. 5 seconds on the play clock. Bulldogs take the knee. 1:17 and counting. They're going to have to take one more at least, and then they're going to have to run a play on 4th down.
Yes.
They got to punt it or throw it one. They should have been trying to get the first down here is what I think. Whether or not they need the first downs or not, I know.
You wait until the second on the play clock anyway, and you're snapping the ball with 5 seconds left, on the play clock.
All right, here we go. We're going to take another knee. Chris McGarvey runs backwards 10 yards and takes a knee, tries to waste a few extra seconds. 37 seconds to play. And if I was Shelby, well, I don't know what's going on. They've got to run 4th down. Dan?
Well, they have not started the play clock. We're down to 25 seconds. This game's over.
Well, there was 37 seconds on the clock when Burns took their knee, and they're celebrating over here at Shelby. And the coaches Shelby's they've got to run a play, Dan, don't they? There was 37 seconds left at the end of the play. The referees spotted the ball. There's 25 seconds on the play clock. The referees, they're just looking at each other like they don't know what's going on.
Lance Ware is out talking to the referee at the 40-yard line. They want to know what's going on.
And I'll be honest, I mean that's poor clock management by either the referees, the play clock plus. I don't know what happened, but you take a knee with 37 seconds left, Dan. That don't end the game.
No.
It don't come close to ending the game. They'll still have 12 seconds left. Shelby, even though they didn't have a timeout, they take the penalty. That ends up 12 seconds, right?
But what it means is the Bulldogs are the champions for the third straight year in the South Mountain Athletic Conference.
I guess there's no reason talking about it. That's going to be the end of the game. Shelby wants to know what happened. And what happened was the Bulldogs win here at Shelby High School. 14-9 is the final. In a wild and weird ending to the game, the Bulldogs win 14-9. And you've just watched one of the classic Cleveland County football games of all time, Dan.
A scoreless fourth quarter, and the Bulldogs hold on that 14-9 lead after three quarters to win their third straight South Mountain Athletic Conference, their championship. And, of course, the conference will be completely redone next year, new teams and things like that. So I have heard from some folks that they'll keep the South Mountain Athletic Conference name. I haven't heard officially, but
that's a pretty cool name, the SMAC Conference.
Yeah, SMAC Conference, and but the Bulldogs are champions again. Nonetheless, Golden Lions tonight. Both teams' defenses played well tonight.
Yes, they did. A wonderful, wonderful defensive effort we saw from both teams. Tylen Ruff in the running game for this Bulldogs outfit never ever got started, Dan. But it didn't matter. Chris Montgomery comes through, and you can see Coach Beam running across the field. I'm sorry I lost him on my camera. Coach Beam and the Bulldogs are excited for the win, and congratulations for their third straight SMAC Conference Championship, Dan. And I guess what we're going to do here, we're going to take a quick break as the Bulldogs celebrate. They're going to join their fans here in a moment. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back on whatsupshopper.com for the Stadium Postgame Show brought to you by Stamey Funeral Home. We'll be right back on whatsupshopper.com.
Your engagement is a defining moment in your life, and Wright's Jewelry in Boston can help you choose the engagement ring to perfectly reflect your commitment to her. Whether a princess cut or round brilliant diamond is her choice, Wright's can set it in the ring mounting that will ensure she says yes. Choose from a large selection of beautiful wedding and engagement sets. Serving our area since 1937. Visit Wright's Jewelry, Highway 18 North in Boston, or online at wrightsjewelrystore.com.
When accidents happen, it's reassuring to know that quick expert care is nearby. Carolina's Healthcare Urgent Care Shelby is now open and is staffed with experienced physicians, mid-level providers, nurses, and support personnel equipped with on-site laboratory and x-ray services. So keep our new location and contact information close by for immediate access to the region's preferred healthcare and largest physicians network. Carolina's Healthcare Urgent Care, 1010 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
Medical Arts Pharmacy is your locally owned independent hometown pharmacy. Unlike the big chain stores, Medical Arts Pharmacy calls you by name and treats you like family and friends, not a number. Medical Arts has more National Board certified technicians and personnel than other pharmacies to keep down your waiting time on prescriptions. Online refills at medicalartsofshelby.com. Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street near the hospital in Shelby. Call 704-487-8068.
Year-round fun begins at the Bargain Station brand name outlet on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Keep cool with Baubles. Bobble in sets are just $6.99 and complete bottle sets are $9.95. You'll find luggage and bags, sporting equipment including golf clubs, grills for cooking, and much more. all at big savings to you. The Bargain Station name brand outlet, 4400 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right next to Honda Motorcycles. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, Saturdays, 9 till 2.
Hi, this is Woody Durham for Mark Dedman's Carolina Trophies in Shelby. Through the years, I've seen a lot of trophies and plaques, and none appear nicer than those which come from Mark Dedman's Carolina Trophies. Their guarantee is not just a guarantee, but a promise for courteous service, the absolute lowest price, quality products, on-time delivery, and most of all, your satisfaction. Awards for all occasions plus rubber stamps and engraving. That's Mark Dedman's Carolina Trophies in Shelby.
Listen up, Burns Bulldog fans. The Fallston Pharmacy is now the home of Burns Bulldog Apparel. If you love the Burns Bulldogs, you'll love the selection of Bulldog merchandise at the Fallston Pharmacy, including Burns Bulldog t-shirts, sweatshirts, bags, magnets, and more. Come on in and shop, and be sure to check out the buy one free specials too at the Upper Cleveland County official home of the Burns Bulldog Apparel. That's the Fallston Pharmacy, Highway 18 North in Boston.
Ed and Linda Lell would like to thank all their customers who have been supporting them over the past 21 years at Lell Hardware and Garden Center. They pledge friendly service with each visit. And now at Lell Hardware, it's pecan season, and they have pecan gatherers and crackers and walnut crackers. Check out the pocket knives from Bear and Son Cutlery, all 100% made in the USA. And Lell's now has a good selection of infrared heaters. Lell Hardware and Garden Center, Highway 18 between Shelby and Fallston.
And welcome back to Shelby High School, where the Burns Bulldogs have defeated the Shelby Golden Lions. Final score 14-9, folks. The Bulldogs celebrate here at Shelby High School. On the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, Shelby wins the SMAC Conference for the fourth year in a row. Fifth, ninth?
Burns won it.
What did I say, Shelby?
Burns.
Gosh.
3 years. Burns, 3.
I got the 3 years right, Dan.
Yeah.
But Burns wins the SMAC Conference for the third year running. And the Bull 14-9. And all right, folks, welcome to the Stamey Funeral Home. They're going to drop the bomb. The Bulldogs dropping the bomb here. Let you folks watch them. Well, they might drop the bomb here in a second. Anyway, you're watching the Stamey Funeral Home post-game show, where we're going to have some Players of the Game awards to give away here in a moment, some scores and whatnot. Looks like final over to Ashbrook. Ashbrook has won 35-31, Dan. They trailed the whole game, and they come out victorious at Ashbrook there on whatsupshopper.com. I want to thank everyone
they get to keep
over there for watching that.
Yeah, they get to keep the bell. Is that right, or did Hunter Russell win last year?
I would imagine, since Dad told Andre to pick them, that they didn't win last year. So doesn't look like they're going to drop the bomb, Dan, here at Shelby. It looks like they're just going to take it in as they go. It was a nice little celebration. So the Bulldogs win here 14-9. Shelby High School. Dan is going to have the stat sheet. But first, he's going to have the Real Talk game summary and then the Right Shorty stat sheet. Dan?
Okay, thank you, Kevin. Real Talk sponsors our summaries, halftime and post-game of our scoring during our Burns High broadcast on whatsupshopper.com. Real Talk located near cellular headquarters, located on Highway 18 at the stoplight in Fallston on the corner. Can't miss it. See the folks up there for all your cellular needs. Now, our Real Talk summary. Shelby took the initial lead this game, getting a Manning Burton 22-yard field goal with 5:05 left in the first quarter. The Golden Lions led 3-0. Then the Bulldogs came back, however. They got an 8-play, 80-yard drive, pass from Chris Montgomery, 56 yards to Gilbert Brooks, good for the touchdown. Cody Dorsey booted the extra point. It was 7-3 Bulldogs at the end of the first quarter. Lions took the lead in the second quarter. They got the only score of the second quarter, in fact, when Washington scored from 16 yards out, culminating a 5-play, 53-yard drive, and point after kick, however, was blocked. That score by Washington was in the first play of the second quarter, and the Lions led by a score of 9-7, and that was the only score of the second quarter. And then at halftime, 9-7, Shelby led, but the Bulldogs got one touchdown in the third quarter, the only score period in the second half of play, as Montgomery, a second touchdown pass of the night, 27 yards to Jalen Hill, and culminating a 9-play, 80-yard drive. Dorsey again booted the extra point with 7:16 left in the third quarter. Bulldogs led after 3 quarters, 14-9. A scoreless fourth quarter. Bulldogs win 14-9 tonight to win their third straight South Mountain Athletic Conference championship in Football Wars. In fact, the Bulldogs end the regular season at 8-3 and 6-0 in South Mountain athletic play. Our Wright's Jewelry stat sheet comes up now, brought to you by Wright's Jewelry, located on Highway 18 in Falston. Thanks to Jimmy Lee, Matt Gordon, all the folks up there for sponsoring our stat sheet for the third straight year on our Burns High broadcast on whatsupshopper.com. For the Bulldogs, checking the Bulldog Wright's Jewelry stat sheet, Tylen Ruff had only 7 yards at halftime. He had a pretty good second half. He finishes tonight with 12 carries for 66 yards. Chris Montgomery, not one of his better nights on the rushing stat sheet. He had 17 carries for minus 16 yards. And Trayvon Hunt carried the ball once tonight for 3 yards. Bulldogs in tonight with 53 net rushing yards. In the passing department, Montgomery, 8 of 17 in the passing department. Those 2 touchdown passes included. Had 1 INT and for 76 yards. Now, I think that's incorrect. I'll get that straight in just a minute. That's 128 yards. 128 yards passing tonight for Chris Montgomery. He was 8 of 17 with that 1 INT. Bulldogs 53 yards rushing, 128 passing, 182 total offensive yards, 7 first downs tonight. They were penalized a total of 6 times for 35 yards. For the Shelby Golden Lions on the stat sheet, the Wright's Jewelry stat sheet, Washington, the leading ball carrier. He had 15 carries for 69 yards. Clark carried the ball 5 times for 21 yards. Presley carried the ball 7 times for 30 yards. And the Bulldogs in tonight, and that is Brooks for the Golden Lions, carried the ball 4 times for 38 yards. Hillman 1 time for 50 yards. Bulldogs in tonight, or rather the Golden Lions in tonight with 185 net rushing yards. Spencer Clark in the air tonight, 6 of 17, had 2 interceptions for 74 yards passing tonight for Spencer Clark. So the Lions, 185 rushing, 74 passing for 259 total offensive yards and 14 first downs. The Lions were penalized 3 times for 30 yards tonight. The Bulldogs lost in the stat sheet. They won in the category it means the most, the scoreboard, as they win on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard tonight by a score of 14-9 over Shelby. Shelby's regular season ends at 6-5 overall, and they are 4-2 in conference play. And the Bulldogs are champions again in the SMAC conference in football.
Congratulations to the Burns Bulldogs. Other scores around the area: Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Freedom has defeated Patton 28-7. East Rutherford defeats Chase in overtime 24-21. South Point over Crest 42-24. Hunter Huss loses to Ashbrook 35-31. Huss led the whole game until 5 minutes to play. Forest View blows out Kings Mountain 49-20. And then we get to the Southern Piedmont 1A, 2A, and it was blowout central. Lake Norman Charter, last thing we saw was 49-7, folks. It got worse after that. North Lincoln defeats Bessemer City 47-6. Lincoln defeats West Lincoln 37-14. And the Sheriff Linemen fall to the East Lincoln Mustangs, who continue their perfect season 63-6, Dan. So that's your Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Now it's time in our Stamey Funeral postgame show to give away our players of the game, our Deviney Lumber and Salvage special teams player of the game. Going to go to Cody Dorsey tonight, folks. Cody punted the ball wonderfully tonight in a field possession game. He only had one, I counted, of about the 5 or 6 punts. That actually wasn't too good. The rest of them, though, he punted around 50, right at 50 yards a punt there, Dan, except for that one. So I'm going to give the special teams player of the game to Deviney Lumber and Salvage to, Cody Dorsey. All right, Dan, defensive player of the game, sponsored by the Falston Pharmacy, is going to have to go to the last man who ended the game. In my opinion, he played hard at linebacker tonight after Malik Ross went out. Had to step it up for the whole team. But Damonte Hall had a couple key stops there earlier in the game, and he's going to be our defensive player of the game, sponsored by the Falston Pharmacy. And Dan, offensive player of the game, sponsored by S&R Auto Sales, goes to?
Chris Montgomery had minus 17 yards rushing, but folks, he had 2 touchdown passes that accounted for the Bulldog points tonight. He's our offensive player of the game. Wait a minute, let's give Tylen Ruff the offensive player of the game with 67 yards rushing tonight for the Bulldogs. But the overall player of the game, well, no. What do you think, Kevin?
Yeah, overall player of the game got to be Chris Montgomery.
Yeah, through those 2 touchdown passes.
It wasn't his night rushing. We all talked about he was my key to the game. He was Andre's key to the game. He was your key to the game. The key to this game was going to be how many turnovers Chris Montgomery caused. He left 2 turnovers out there, folks, but he also came up with 2 big touchdown passes, and that's going to be the difference in the game as Shelby falls here 14-9. To the Burns Bulldogs here in the SMAC Conference. It's getting late, folks. We know about almost 10:30 time here on the East Coast. Get ready for your weekend, and you guys have a pleasant good evening this weekend. I'm going to be celebrating my 30th birthday on Sunday, Dan. Sunday? I am old, so
Big 3-0.
I'll be watching the Cowboys and the Giants Sunday afternoon.
Oh, 4 Cowboys. But, hey, maybe they'll win for you.
Yeah, maybe they'll win for my 30th birthday.
We will be at Gamble Stadium.
Yes, we will.
In Kings Mountain, John Gamble Stadium, for a Burns home game in the first round of the playoffs next week, 7:30 Friday night. Tomorrow evening, you can check whatsupshopper.com. We'll have the pairings for you for all our area teams coming up tomorrow evening.
All right, folks, for Dan Greer, Austin Bishop, Freddie Farley, and Andre Bush, congratulations to the 2012 SMAC Conference champion Burns Bulldogs. We'll be catching you guys next week live from Kings Mountain High School. We'll see you guys next week. Have a pleasant good evening.